Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to talk about if Ram 1500s are reliable. If you click the title, you've seen, what the video is about already, and you're pretty much interested. And yeah, for those of y'all that don't know, I own a 2017 Ram 1500. I bought it with 0 miles when it was brand new. The internet gave it the nickname the Moist Ram because of the moist plates I put on it. So without further ado, let me introduce you to the Moist Ram, and then once we kick off that, then we'll get into, are Ram 1500s reliable or not? Also, by the way, this is Loki. Loki's kind of new to the channel for you guys who haven't seen, and you want to know more, just click up right in here. Loki's a 92 Z28 Camaro with a LS swap. It's got a LS 5.3 liter. We won't get too much into that. We're trying to get into the truck stuff today, right? I actually put the truck in the shade because I'm gonna be talking a lot, I'm gonna be running around a lot, and I don't want to start sweating in front of you guys, especially when I'm just walking around. You're gonna start calling me fat. But the Ram 1500, are Rams reliable? That's a tricky question because it depends on what kind of Ram you're getting. It also depends on what kind of Ram 1500 you're getting. So we're talking about Ram 1500s, right? Are you talking about getting an extended cab like what I got? This is actually called the quad cab. It's an extra door that's not quite the width of the driver door. Then they have the crew cab, which is the same width, front and back doors are the same length. And then you have the single cabs, okay? So which model are you getting? I will tell you right off the bat, the single cabs with the 8-speed transmissions, the 2017s and up, and I don't know about 2020 and 2019, so we're talking about this platform here. For some reason, the drive shaft in this truck isn't like the one in the single cab. So the single cabs will fail at 120, 130. The extended cab models don't. And that's only with the 8-speed transmission. So we're talking about reliability, right? The 8 speeds are reliable transmissions. That's what's equipped in this one here, the 2017. And I haven't had any problems out of it. It's had multiple revisions on tuning because of other mods and stuff I did, but also Matt Brown likes to customize the tune. If I want firm shifts, he'll give me firm shifts. If I want something that's only firm when I'm past 50% throttle, he can do that. It just depends on what you're wanting. So anyway, Matt Brown's done real good about keeping the transmission good on this truck, but the transmission itself is strong. Even though I've modified this truck, I haven't really broken any seals on this truck. So the heads have never been off, the block's never been apart, the transmission's never been out, the rear differential's never been out. Especially through all the abuse I've put it through, this thing's had, and people told me not to do it. They told me not to put nitrous on this truck, and I did it anyway. And here we are. I've had that truck since 2017. This is 2020, going on 2021, and nothing but hard miles. It's been a hard 70,000 miles, 30 bottles of nitrous. Like I've said in previous videos, this truck takes it. I can honestly hop in it and take it to Houston, San Antonio, and take it down to Mexico. We can go play around. It doesn't matter. The truck is reliable. Every day I can hop in it and I can rely on it. Now, of course, as any vehicle does, it has its own little issues as far as production quality goes. Like the paint job on these trucks is not the best paint job, I would say. Like this right here, this was done by an independent shop, and that was done by a neighbor. But anyway, you can kind of see that didn't hold up. But this is all original paint. This is all original body panels, and they're really easily dinged. I've got dings from people in parking lots all over the place. Might be kind of hard to see on camera, which is great because it's always on camera, but the clear coat's extremely soft, really easy to scratch on these trucks. So if you get one and it's in good condition still, I would recommend getting it ceramic coated. I got this one ceramic coated about a year ago, and I love the hell out of it. I mean, I haven't washed this truck in a month. I've literally just kind of rinsed it down, and it's starting to get stuff that has stuck to the ceramic over time. which they have a process of rejuvenating that ceramic, but we're not talking about ceramic, we're talking about the truck. There's been a couple of times my factory screen has acted kind of finicky, but shut the truck off, start it back up, and it's fine. The driver's side mirror on these trucks, which you can manually open these, they don't prefer you do, but this is an electronic folding mirror. No, it's not ceramic coated because you can see all the water spots on the mirror, but it is heated. And on these trucks, they come with just the driver's side heated, I believe, not the passenger, because this is a 2017. And I don't know why they did that, but don't use that heat feature on these mirrors. I can tell you right now, that's one issue that they let through production and is really bad. And this mirror heats up when you turn your back glass on, from what I've noticed. So I don't use either one of those on this truck, because I've seen so many people that use them, and the heating element inside of this glass causes the glass to change color. It causes it to delaminate, stuff like that. So my recommendation to you, if you get one with one of these heated driver mirrors, don't use the heat feature. It's in your screen. If you go through the settings in your screen, you can do heated mirrors, and you can also do the tinting feature that tints your mirror. I know it does the center mirror, and I want to say it does these mirrors as well, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. You can let me know down in the comments. Back to reliability. Now, what kind of wear and tear items have I replaced in 70,000 miles? Well, I can tell you right off the bat, if you have the original equipment tires, I can't remember the name of those tires. I think they're a Wrangler. I think they're a Goodyear tire. Don't quote me. All you guys, all you brand new Mopar buyers, you know which tires I'm talking about. They're 20,000 mile tires is what I'm talking about. Like I literally had to replace the factory tires. The first wear and tear item I had to replace on the truck was tires, and it was at 20,000 miles. Given I do have a lead foot, and I did kind of run through them fast because I wanted to put new tires on the truck, but once I got down about 50% of the way, it was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold on to these tires a little bit longer until I can figure out what else I want to put on the truck for a wheel and tire setup. I hate to say it, but once you get past 50% on them tires, you better start looking fast, because they do not last long. Plenty of other people, they bought these trucks, understand that, have been through that. So yes, tires, first wear and tear item. If you buy one of these trucks and it still has the factory tires on it, be ready to replace them. They don't last very long. Second wear and tear item was really, I think, windshield wipers. I think windshield wipers was the second wear and tear item. I haven't really had any wear and tear parts. I will say now at 70,000 miles and a bunch of hard hits, the rear differential's acting a little funny, but it may just be kind of broken because they're not a true posi rear differential. They have like a clutch pack inside of them. So clutches are probably worn, because there are times where I don't leave double stripes going down the road. It's just a single one wheel peel, and it's not solid. It'll grab on the other tire, but you can see they're kind of staggered every now and then. So it's got me questioning the rear end. Now, as far as anything else, the headlights, and this is a common Mopar issue, well, a common Dodge truck issue. The headlights, they leak condensation, and once they get condensation inside of them, I don't know if you can see back in there, once they get that condensation in there and you use the bulbs, it heats that condensation up and it messes with the chrome plating inside, and it causes the chrome plating to basically release, and that's where you get that black spot I just showed you from. This one's not as bad, but it still fogs up. It just doesn't fog up as heavy as this one. And this is a set that has been taken apart, but the whole reason why this set even went in was because the original set that were on the truck were doing the same thing. Majority of them get moisture in the headlights. I don't understand how they got away with that one. There's not a recall on it that I'm aware of, but that is a thing. Before I get into the interior stuff, I do want to bring up one thing that is a big problem with the Rams right now, and actually all the 5.7 liter Hemis. They're known for camshaft failure, actually. And which I haven't had this problem. I'm at almost 70,000 miles and I haven't had the problem. Camshaft failure and manifold stud failure, or manifold bolt failure. The manifold bolts, apparently after stretching and cooling, the heads end up busting off of the bolts. And then you have a leaky exhaust gasket, which is a lot of the Hemi tick stuff that they were talking about, but also the camshaft. They claim it's because of DOD, the technical name for DOD. I have no idea what that is, but the DOD, or multi-cylinder shutdown for fuel economy, stuff like that, that's what causes camshaft failure, allegedly, you know. And I haven't had a lick of trouble. Now, I did tune the truck at about 25, maybe yeah, about 20,000 miles is when I tuned the truck. Any aftermarket software or any kind of tuning software already has it built into it to where you can select that feature and turn it off. And that was the first thing that I did to this truck as far as voiding warranties goes. The first thing I did was put a tune and did the multi-cylinder shutdown. I turned that thing off. And I haven't had a lick of trouble, but it is a very common issue for these newer model Hemis to wear down the cam lobes. Typically it's because a lifter sticks or a roller on the lifter sticks, and once that sticks it causes wear on the camshaft until finally it wears the lobe down, and that's where you get the anonymous Hemi tick from. Still, all in all, this truck has been reliable. One thing I noticed when I got my truck was the factory antenna was really loose. I tightened it up recently, but I don't know what that has anything to do with. Now, moving on to the interior stuff. Now, I've been lubricating the hell out of my doors, but maybe we can find one right there. You can kind of hear it. Not really. It's trying. It's trying. Let me go around to the other side. This is a common Fortune truck issue, which I finally found a lubricant that shuts these things up for a while. So it seems to be doing pretty good. Yeah, see, I got white lithium spray lube on this one. But yes, one issue with this truck is the rollers on the door. They like to squeak, and I mean, I had my truck for 3 months before mine started squeaking, and WD-40, PB Blaster, LPS2, LPS3, all of those would not shut it up for more than like 2 weeks at a time. White lithium, a spray lube with white lithium in it, lasts a little bit longer. Graphite kind of lasts a while, but not really. I don't know if y'all found a solution for it, please let me know. But that's a manufacturer thing. That it's manufactured to start making noise. There's no other way around it, because there's so many trucks that have that issue. Like literally, it's a meme for these trucks. One that nobody's ever brought up or hasn't brought up, but I know it's common because I drive around and I look at these trucks, is the window seals. So if we come over here and we look down this window seal just like that, you can see right there how it's bubbling up, which depending on which one gets a little bit more sun, that's going to be the side that's usually worse. And we got that one. I've heated it up before and I've tried to push it down. It's done for. You won't have that issue if you buy a Laramie. If you got the Laramie edition or any of the fully loaded trucks with the chrome door stripping, you don't have to worry about that right there. But for us poverty guys who buy the Lone Star and then get leather put into it because we don't want all the chrome, yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that, because this one being a quad cab instead of a full 4-door, it being a quad cab instead of what they call the crew cab. Because of that, they don't make them with the chrome strips, and they don't make the chrome strips for them. This one is a true poverty sedan. Even the older trucks, for some reason the window seals always bowed on them. Paint jobs were always bad on them. The paint actually lasts a lot longer. The clear coat's extremely soft on this one. But yeah, still, is it reliable? Yes, it's still a reliable truck. I can still hop in it, take off and go. Is it an issue? Yes, it's another issue. It's another one of those items that you have to spend money on to fix. So yes, it is an issue. Here's another one. It's really hard to see, but I'm starting to get some water stains on the interior in this corner. And it's because of the factory XM satellite radio antenna. And I don't know what caused it to start leaking, but it leaks. That is a common issue as well. Third brake light's a common issue, but I don't have anything around there that looks like it's leaking. Shout out to High Performance Rams. But yeah, I don't see any leakage there. But that is another common issue with these trucks, is for that third brake light to leak. So coming on into the interior a little bit deeper is the factory steering wheel. Now these trucks, if you don't drive them regularly, the oils on your hands stay on the steering wheel, and it causes it to start breaking down. And I started to notice that around 30 or 40,000 miles, the leather on the steering wheel started getting softer than what it was when I first bought it, and it was a lot more malleable. Then of course, my nails being like the length they are now, every once in a while, I'll be turning and my nail, I accidentally scrape it, or a zipper on my jacket or whatever, something hits that steering wheel and it causes a gouge or a gash. It causes it to mess up. So one thing to look out for is the steering wheels in these trucks. I don't really know a way around it other than putting a steering wheel cover on it. But if you've touched it with your hands and you cover it with a steering wheel cover, it's just gonna kind of bake those oils and greases in there, and it's something you can't really solve. Whenever you sanitize your hands, don't touch your steering wheel afterwards. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna ruin it. The alcohol will eat straight through that stuff. So yes, make sure your hands are super clean before handling the steering wheel in your own truck. The best solution I've heard of people doing is actually having this unwrapped and wrapped with a new leather. I don't know if you would call this leather because of what it does, but yeah, maybe something I look at in the future, maybe not. Maybe replace the entire wheel. They are trying to come out with a paddle shift option for these trucks that actually works with the transmission, but that's a different subject. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's made for grease monkeys like me to get in and out of every day, but come on guys, like the steering wheel getting soft, is it still reliable? Yes. But is it a good truck all in all? I would say yes. 70,000 miles, 30 bottles of nitrous, runs at the drag strip, runs on the street, raced everything that pulls up next to me. Can I still take it somewhere and rely on it? Yeah, mechanically it gets me there and it gets it done. Still can tow with it and everything, even though it's been lowered. Tows very well. I've towed the Camaro with it whenever I first got the Camaro down here. It does have its issues as far as production quality goes, as does anything else. I mean, shit, I drive a 2019 Ford every day, F250. Doesn't want to start sometimes. Can't figure that out. Brand new from the dealership. This truck, of course, we're in different climates than most people. Racing it, we're modifying it, we're doing all kinds of stuff to it, guys. So don't be too hard on the old moist ram there. She still gets around and she still gets me where I need to go. But yeah, down below, let me know if you think the Ram 1500 is a reliable truck or not. And I think that's it for this video. We'll catch you next time. Appreciate you watching. Rep 361 Texas, we're out. It's getting there.